What if I told you that in just 10 minutes everything could shift? That the weight of struggle, the burden of waiting, the endless cycle of trying and failing could dissolve into something greater. That breakthrough isn't something you chase, but something that has been waiting for you all along. If you're listening to this, it's not a coincidence. There are no accidents in the divine design of the universe. Right now, something within you has aligned with a deeper truth, something beyond logic, beyond fear, beyond the limitations of the past. Breakthrough is not a miracle reserved for a chosen few. It is not a distant, unreachable phenomenon. It is a state of being, a sacred frequency that exists all around you, waiting to be unlocked. And the key? It is already in your hands. It always has been. The ancient mystics, the prophets, the sages, they all knew a secret. Words hold power, not because they are spoken, but because they are believed. Because they are infused with certainty. The right words, spoken with unwavering faith, do not request reality to change. They command it. So before you begin, release every doubt. Empty yourself of hesitation. Let go of the old patterns that whisper, "Nothing will change." Because right now something is changing, not tomorrow, not someday, but now. Close your eyes if you need to. Take a breath, not just into your lungs, but into your spirit. Let this moment become a threshold. You are stepping into something new. You are stepping into a reality where divine abundance is not a hope, it is a law. And in the next 10 minutes, that law will become unshakable within you. But first you must understand this. What has been keeping your breakthrough at bay is not external. It is not the economy, your job, or the circumstances of your past. It is something deeper, something unseen. It is the subconscious weight of belief systems you never consciously agreed to carry. From the moment you were born, the world conditioned you to accept limitation. You were told that success must be earned through struggle, that wealth belongs to the few, that prayers are answered in vague, unpredictable ways. You have been programmed to believe that divine provision is uncertain, when in reality, it is the most certain force in existence. But belief creates reality. The mind is not just a processor of thoughts, it is an architect of experience. Every struggle you have faced, every delay, every time you thought, "Why isn't it happening for?" No, these were not punishments, they were reflections. They were showing you in tangible form the unconscious agreements you were holding. And here is the paradox. These barriers do not actually exist. They are illusions, like shadows cast by a false light. The moment you see them for what they are, they lose their power. The moment you decide fully, without hesitation, that you are done with scarcity, the universe has no choice but to respond. You are not being tested. You are being invited to step beyond the veil of limitation and into the highest truth, that your wealth, your success, your fulfillment, it has already been written. Not as a possibility, but as a divine inevitability. And yet, knowing, this is not enough. Knowing is passive, but declaring is active. Declaring is the moment when you cease to wish and begin to command. The mistake most people make is that they pray from a place of lack. They ask, they plead, they hope. But a breakthrough does not respond to pleading. It responds to certainty. Look at the greatest spiritual teachers throughout history. Did they beg for miracles or did they declare them? When Jesus raised the dead, he did not ask. He commanded, "Lazarus, come forth." When Moses parted the sea, he did not plead for it to open. He stretched his staff and it obeyed. And here is the truth most have forgotten. You have the same authority. You were never meant to live at the mercy of circumstances. You were meant to shape them. But before you speak, before you declare, there is something you must do first. You must empty yourself of resistance, because even the most powerful words will not take root in soil that is filled with weeds. Right. Now I want you to release every weight you've been carrying. Every fear that tells you, maybe I'm not worthy. Every voice that whispers, what if it doesn't happen? Breathe in deeply. Hold it for a moment. And as you exhale, imagine every doubt, every fear, every limiting belief dissolving like mist in the morning sun. Because what you are about to say is not a request. It is not a wish, it is an activation. And the moment you say it, with unwavering certainty, reality must shift to match it. Your time of waiting is over. Your time of wondering is over. The gates are opening and you are stepping through now. The words you speak now hold weight beyond what your mind can comprehend. They are not mere sounds. They are not fleeting thoughts. They are the blueprint of reality itself, the language of creation, the echo of divine will manifesting through you. You are not speaking to an external force. You are speaking into the very fabric of existence, commanding it to align with what has always been yours. Say this aloud, not as a hope, but as a knowing. I release every resistance to abundance. I let go of the need to control, to struggle, to prove. Abundance is not something I earn. It is something I allow. It is something I claim. Right now, I align with divine overflow. I declare that my wealth is already written, already sealed, already mine. Feel the weight of those words settle into your being. They are not a wish, they are not a request. They are a declaration, a vibrational shift, a door unlocking in realms unseen. You are not simply speaking, you are tuning yourself to a frequency that has always existed, a current of infinite provision that has never ceased to flow. The only thing that changes is whether you are open to receive it. Imagine a radio dial. The station is already playing, broadcasting abundance, wealth, and divine favor. You do not need to create the signal. You only need to tune in. And as you do, you realize something profound. Lack was never real. Scarcity was never real. They were distortions, static in the signal, illusions created by a mind conditioned to believe in limitation. But that old programming is dissolving now. The static is fading. The clarity is returning. The moment you chose to declare abundance as your reality, the shift was immediate. Your financial breakthrough is not in the future. It is here. Your opportunities are not distant. They are present. The resources you need are already aligning, forming pathways you cannot yet see but will soon walk upon. Right now, the energy around you is moving. Doors are unlocking. A shift is taking place not only within you, but in the unseen forces orchestrating the path ahead. This is not wishful thinking. This is not blind faith. This is law. This is alignment. This is reality bending to meet you, as it always does for those who understand their power. And yet true abundance is never just about money. It is not measured in bank accounts or material possessions. Those are merely reflections, surface-level echoes of a deeper spiritual truth. True abundance is an overflow, a wellspring of peace that cannot be shaken, a foundation of certainty that remains unmoved no matter the external world. It is health that thrives, relationships that flourish, purpose that ignites every step you take. And so, as you align yourself with divine provision, you must see wealth in its truest form. Not as something you chase, but as something that emanates from within you. When you are full internally, the external must follow. The mistake many make is thinking abundance is something to grasp, something to reach for. But wealth is not hunted. It is attracted. It is magnetized by certainty, by presence, by a heart. So anchored in trust that it naturally pulls in everything it needs. This is the great paradox. Those who strive the most, who seek the hardest, are often the ones who struggle the most. Not because they are undeserving, but because they are trying to grasp something that can only be received. Look at nature. A tree does not chase the sun. It simply grows toward it, knowing it is already provided for. The ocean does not struggle to fill itself. It simply remains open, allowing the tides to flow. You are no different. You were never meant to strive in desperation. You were meant to open yourself fully, to align, to declare with unshakable certainty that the universe is conspiring in your favor. And so say this now: I do not chase abundance. I attract it. I do not force outcomes, I align with them. The wealth that is mine is already flowing toward me, effortlessly, naturally, divinely. As you speak, feel something shift. It is subtle, but undeniable. A deep knowing settling into your bones. A certainty replacing every doubt. This is not imagination. This is real. The moment you align, the current of abundance carries you effortlessly. What once felt like a struggle now feels inevitable, and yet the human mind, conditioned by years of scarcity, will still seek proof. It will still ask, but where is it? How will it happen? That is the voice of an old paradigm, an outdated script. It is time to silence it. It is time to embody a new truth, because true faith does not demand proof before believing. True faith believes, and then the proof appears. True faith acts as if the blessing has already arrived, because in the unseen, it has. This is the moment of alignment. The moment of full surrender to divine certainty. The moment when what you once chased now begins to chase you. You no longer ask, when will it happen? You say, it already is. You no longer wait for a sign. You declare, I am the sign. You no longer look outward for evidence. You look inward and find everything you were seeking. And in that shift, the breakthrough is complete. The struggle is over. The reality has changed. The doors are open. And nothing, not the past, not fear, not doubt, nothing can close them again. Everything is in motion now. You may not see it yet, but the shift has already occurred. The gates of abundance have swung open, not because you begged, not because you pleaded, but because you declared it so. There is a force greater than you orchestrating every detail of your life with precision beyond human understanding. This force does not hesitate. It does not second guess. It moves with divine certainty, and right now it is moving on your behalf. There is no need to chase, no need to strive. You are already being carried. The moment you aligned with divine abundance, the river began to flow in your direction. Every opportunity, every resource, every connection meant for you is already shifting into place. It may come in ways you did not expect. It may arrive through doors you never thought to knock on, but it will come. Not because you wish for it, but because it is law. You were never meant to walk through life burdened by lack. You were never meant to question whether the universe is for you. The very breath in your lungs is proof that it is. Existence itself is proof of divine provision. The sun does not ask permission to rise. The earth does not beg for rain. They simply receive. And now so do you. Say it again, not as repetition, but as reinforcement. I do not strive. I align. I do not beg. I receive. Abundance is not outside of me. It is within me, and as I recognize it, it manifests effortlessly. With every breath, this truth solidifies. What once felt distant now feels familiar. What once felt uncertain now feels undeniable. And yet, there is a responsibility that comes with divine abundance. Not a burden, but a calling. Wealth, true. Wealth is never just for the individual. It is a force meant to be shared, to be expanded, to be multiplied in ways that uplift not just you, but the world around you. When you prosper, you are not the only one who benefits. When you align with overflow, you become a conduit for blessings that reach far beyond yourself. This is why your wealth is not selfish. This is why your success is not indulgent. It is necessary. It is divine, because your abundance is an instrument of change, a tool for impact, a testament to what is possible when one fully trusts in the unseen. You were not chosen for scarcity. You were chosen for overflow, not for struggle, but for transformation. And now, as you stand in the certainty of this truth, the world around you must respond. Opportunities will unfold, resources will arrive. The right people, the right moments, the right alignments will come. Not because you force them, but because they are drawn to you. Like iron to a magnet, like the tide to the shore, they will come. And when they do, you will not question it. You will not wonder if you are deserving. You will not hesitate. You will step forward in full knowing, with the confidence of someone who understands that this was never about luck. This was never about chance. This was always about alignment. And so you move differently now. You walk in certainty. You speak with conviction. You expect miracles as naturally as you expect the sun to rise. The struggle is no longer yours. The waiting is over. What was once withheld is now released. Breathe it in. Feel the shift in your spirit. This is what it feels like to be free. You are no longer a seeker. You are no longer hoping, waiting, or wishing. You are receiving. You are aligned. You are walking in divine abundance, now, forever, always.